Madrid! What's up, Explorers? You're watching Chelsey Explores. I'm Chelsey, your San Diego local girl exploring Europe. And today, we're gonna explore Madrid. So for our first day exploring Madrid, we actually purchased some tickets through Get Your Guide for the Hop On, Hop Off bus tour. It's those big double-decker buses that you see around most large cities that will take you to all the top locations around the city. You get to choose where to go, and we're gonna take you along with us. And in the end, we'll tell you if this tour was worth it or not. Now the Hop On, Hop Off tour has tons of stops. In the high season, it has a lot more than the low season, but you at least have a dozen stops that you could stop at. There are two different routes that you can take, but with Get Your Guide, you can transfer between Route 1 and Route 2. I do recommend that you research the stops you want to take along the way so that you know when to get off and see what you want to see. We made it on our first stop of the Hop On, Hop Off bus tour. So we're gonna listen to the audio and tell you how it is. Alright, we just got off the Hop On, Hop Off bus tour for our first stop of the day. This is the Temple of Debod. This was actually built in 2nd century BC. Guys, that is older than the Colosseum and the Parthenon. So this was originally built in Egypt, but in the 1900s, temples like this one were actually going to be taken down. UNESCO, along with Spain, recognized how important these sites and temples like this are, that they stepped in and offered to keep this temple alive. Relocated it to Spain, where we can now take beautiful looks at it. You can actually head inside as well. There's a long line, but we're here in the middle of November. We've got beautiful fall colors around us and a beautiful sight. I've heard this is a great spot to come at sunset, but for now we're just gonna enjoy it in the middle of the day before we head up to our next stop. Now walking in the park area next to Templo de Debod, and it's beautiful. The fall colors here are popping, the leaves are falling. I'm getting all my fall fixes in. So on our next stop, when we got off the Hop On, Hop Off bus tour, we stopped at the Parque de Retiro. This is one of the most popular parks in Madrid, and we decided to rent a little rowboat, as you can see, on one of the lakes in the park. This park is beautiful, it's huge, it's a great spot to come for a run. Great spot on the weekend to bring your kids to. There's tons of music, like Minnie Mouse and Transformers. It kind of feels like an amusement park. You can buy stuff here, there's food. You can bring a picnic here. Right now the fall leaves are popping, but for now we're gonna enjoy our little boat ride on the lake. Alright, so we just got some lunch and now we are waiting for the red bus to come again to take us to our next stop. In the meantime, we have gotten some tea.
Oh, hey guys, I didn't see you there.
Got some tea. We're waiting for the bus stop over there. So these buses, there's two different routes, and they seem to come anywhere between 15 minutes and 30 minutes-ish, give or take. It's low season, so they don't come as often. If you come during high season, we were told that the buses come around every 7 minutes. Definitely sit on the top of the bus. The views are just beautiful. You can see everything, but it does get cold up here, so if you're here in the fall or winter or a cold summer day, bring a jacket. All right, we've made it to our last and final stop on the Hop On, Hop Off bus tour for the day, the Real Madrid Stadium. So we're gonna check it out. We bought tickets online for about 15 euros each, and we get to see the inside of the stadium and the museum. The stadium itself actually holds around 80,000 people, so that's bigger than most NFL stadiums. And this stadium is the second largest stadium in Spain and the third largest stadium of any Europe club. So let's go check it out. We made it inside the Real Madrid Stadium. It's pretty cool. What do you think, Dan?
Awesome, really cool.
So we did the tour with Get Your Guide, the Hop On, Hop Off bus tour today, and we wanted to give it a review for you. Overall, this is a great tour if you're looking to see different sites throughout your stay in Madrid or really any big city. This is the first time we've done a tour like this. However, we do have some feedback for the tour as to whether or not we think you should do it. In the low season, they don't seem to stop at many of the locations due to closed streets for things such as Christmas markets and construction and much more. So it's a lot harder to get places and see some of the major sites that you might want to see. Another thing is the app that they suggested you download wasn't quite that good, and you couldn't figure out whether or not the bus was coming, what time it was coming again, or when you would hop on next. Our other tips for you though is if you do get on it, highly recommend that you sit on the top like you saw in the video. It's got much better views. It is cold up there if you're there in the fall or winter, but the views, if you're looking for a nice relaxing day to check out the city, then I highly recommend sitting on the top. So if you're looking for something fun to do and something that you don't really have to think about planning wise, then I do recommend the Get Your Guide Hop On Hop Off bus tour. But if you're more of a planner like me and don't mind kind of planning out your own route, then I recommend doing your own personalized tour and take the city bus around and find your own way around.